We're moving on to another big story coming in, where Himanta Biswa Sarma has a controversy by saying that the word madrasas should cease to exist because schools should impart only modern education. Not just that, he also said that all Muslims were Hindus before. These were the statements that he made. Listen in.
भाई साहब, ये मद्रासा शब्द ही विलुप्त हो जाना चाहिए। जब तक ये मद्रासा दिमाग में घूमते रहेगा, तब तक बच्चा को भी डॉक्टर इंजीनियर नहीं बन सकता है। अगर बच्चा को आप स्कूल में जाने का समय आप पूछ लेता है कि बेटा तुम मद्रासा जा रहा है, तुम जुनाब बनेगा, इस रास्ते से तुम डॉक्टर नहीं बनेगा, तो कोई बच्चा मद्रासा नहीं जाएगा। मद्रासा में तो दाखिल किया जाता है वायलेटिंग ह्यूमन राइट्स, किसलिए वो रास्ता बंद हो जाता है। तो आप जरूर कुरान पढ़ाइए, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा पढ़ाइए साइंस, मैथ्स, बायोलॉजी, बोटानी, जूलॉजी। तो इसीलिए मद्रासा सब विलुप्त हो जाना चाहिए, नॉर्मल एजुकेशन होना चाहिए। और घर में आप खूब आपका धर्म पोथी पढ़ाइए, पूरा 2-3 घंटा धर्म पोथी पढ़ाइए, लेकिन स्कूल में ऐसा ही शिक्षा दीजिए जो शिक्षा से आपका बेटा डॉक्टर और इंजीनियर बन सकता है, प्रोफेसर बन सकता है, साइंटिस्ट बन सकता है। जी, और भाई साहब और एक बात है, मैं आपको बताता हूं, कोई जो आप बोल रहे हैं मुसलमान लोग कुरान कंठस्थ कर रहा है तो इसलिए उनमें बहुत ज्यादा मेरिट होता है, ये सारा मुसलमान भाई हिंदू था। कोई ऐसे मुसलमान ये धरती में नहीं आया, भारत का धरती में सब हिंदू ही था। तो आई गिव क्रेडिट, अगर कोई मुसलमान बच्चा बहुत ज्यादा मेरिटोरियस है, आई विल ऑल्सो गिव ए पार्ट ऑफ क्रेडिट टू हिज हिंदू पास्ट।
So in 2020, the Assam government has decided to dissolve the government-run madrasas and convert them into general educational schools and institutions. Nibir Deka joins us live with more details on this. Nibir, the statement that Himanta Biswa Sarma has made is likely to trigger a political controversy.
Yes, indeed, and Himanta Biswa Sarma as well as the Assam government has been quite vocal against the madrasa education, as you talked about the law that converted the provincialized madrasas into general school, and that law was also upheld by the Guwahati High Court. And when this law was upheld by the Guwahati High Court, we saw reactions from the AIUDF who opposed that.
Absolutely. There's some opposition coming in as well. Nibir, I request you to stay on with us. We have Mr. Rashid Alvi of the Congress Party. Mr. Alvi, how would you react to the statement that Himanta Biswa Sarma has made? A few points that he made, including the word madrasas to cease to exist.
He is not fit to become chief minister. If anybody who doesn't have respect for the constitution, how can he be chief minister of any state? First of all, I advise him to go through the constitution, and there is fundamental rights given by the constitution to everybody of the country. I do not know whether he has gone through the constitution or not. It is unfortunate that whatever they want to speak, they speak. Whether it is against the constitution, whether it is against the rules, whether against the law, just to appease Narendra Modi, to appease Rashtriya Sevak Sangh, he is doing all this. The whole of life he passed in Congress, and all of a sudden overnight he has changed his ideology.
Right, but he was responding to a former chancellor of the Hyderabad Maulana Azad University who hailed the decision of the Assam government to turn all the madrasas into modern schools. Here as well, while he was making this statement, he said that you can learn the Quran but do that at home. It's important to have modern education because that can get you jobs.
Why? How can you do it? How can you ban madrasas? You can't. Madrasas are schools. Whether this chief minister knows the meaning of madrasa, he doesn't know that only religious leaders who were from madrasas, they fought for the freedom movement. He doesn't know Khuni Darwaza on Bahadur Shah Zafar Marg in Delhi. Thousands and thousands Maulvis of madrasas were hanged here. That is the reason it is known Khuni Darwaza.
Okay. In fact, Mr. Alvi, this is not the independent view of Himanta Biswa Sarma, but the BJP has also backed this statement. Thank you for joining us. The big breaking coming in. The BJP has backed the statement of Himanta Biswa Sarma. The remark that he had made earlier today that the word madrasa should cease to exist, and saying this education is not enough. Students need to focus on science and technology. They need to learn the other subjects.
तो मदरसे में सिर्फ आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान देना, धार्मिक ज्ञान देना, ये सफिशिएंट नहीं है। उनको दुनियावी ज्ञान होना चाहिए, और दुनिया में लोगों का कंपटीशन करना है विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में, शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में, टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में। तो आज के समय में जो जरूरत है वो मदरसों में शिक्षा देने जरूरी है। प्रधानमंत्री जी के इस जो उन्होंने ये सुझाव दिया है, मैं उसका स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं, और इसको मानना चाहिए।
Himanta Biswa Sarma ji is absolutely right. We must recognize that we have a past Hindu heritage and Hindu ancestry. There's nothing wrong in acknowledging and celebrating that. What is the commonality between Indian Muslims and Turks or Arabs? Culture. So what is the shame to acknowledge that one has a proud Hindu heritage and proud Hindu ancestry? Unfortunately, for the sake of vote bank politics, some people like Asaduddin Owaisi and Akbaruddin Owaisi, they continue to regard Aurangzeb and Babur as their ancestors, and they always stand against Shri Ram and Shri Krishna.
Mohit Bhatt is also joining us live. The political controversy of it aside, Mohit, the three main points that Himanta Biswa Sarma spoke about is, one, the word madrasa should cease to exist. He also said that modern education is more important, and of course also saying that all Muslims were Hindus before.
Well, you see, perhaps this is not the first time that Himanta Biswa Sarma has spoken in such a manner. Earlier also we have seen that how Assam government have taken the decision to convert the madrasas into proper regular schools. Now what Himanta Biswa Sarma said is that you cannot become doctor or engineer if you're studying in madrasa. You need modern education of it. And you see, since Modi government has come to power, we have seen that how the focus has been to provide modern education, education of science, maths, English and other languages and other subjects in madrasas, so that the students who are studying in madrasas, they are able to compete with the students who are studying in other schools. So this has been the spotlight of the Modi government, that they have been saying this, and Himanta Biswa Sarma clearly stated that you need to give modern education to the students, and hence the word madrasa should cease to exist. If you need to learn Quran, you can go to home. So yes, there are reactions coming in. Muslim organizations have come out and they have said that madrasas have been in this country for a long time and they should be there. It should be let on the people who are going to madrasa, or the parents or the student, that whether they want to study in a regular school or madrasas. But
in fact, we have Mr. Atul Anjan also on the phone line with us. How do you respond to the statement that has been made by Himanta Biswa Sarma, saying education in madrasas is not enough? He also said that all Muslims in the country were Hindus before.
I think all these ideas which he is putting today, why he has not said when he was in Congress and a minister of the Congress? I think his mental balance has to be further checked. Why, if the madrasa has to be, a word has to be deleted, why not unemployment word should be deleted? Why not price rise word has to be deleted? Such type of idiotic nonsense must stop, and we should really address the issues which country is facing. Peace and tranquility is very much necessary. India is having a lot of religious people of different faith. We have to come together and make India stronger, and everybody has a right to practice his religion, but at the same time he has no right to criticize or to offend any other religion.
Okay.
That's the way Constitution has said to us, directed to us, and that will be the respect. If we practice it, that will be respect to the Constitution and Constitutional Assembly and the national freedom struggle.
All right. Mr. Atul Anjan, thank you for joining us. But the BJP has backed the statement that was made by Himanta Biswa Sarma.